points and many of the most memorable moments in sports, and also home to the USC Trojans, who are prepared to fight on once again today. This is the type of early season game you look forward to, an opportunity to make a statement in a top 10 showdown. As we'll see a team coming off a crucial bye week, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the #1 team in the land, the USC Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. He'll call for the fair catch here. A first down for the offense. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. For all of the star quality that USC has been built on, good offensive line, strong running game has always been a hallmark.
No doubt about it. I think they're built on, the passing game and explosive playmakers out wide, but they've always had that balance at USC. You got to have a little bit of the boring to go with the glitz and the glamour.
After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. They're getting this guy lathered up. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and hand him the ball.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Looking for a man. It's Gibbs. It's complete on the right side. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
When you have a conference as deep and balanced as this Big 12 is, it's important to get off to a quick start in conference play.
Yeah, you're going to be challenged each and every week here in the Big 12 Conference. Since they've expanded, the quality of this conference has gotten so much better. So, David, big challenge here to make sure mentally your mind is right starting the season off today.
Yeah, I mean, to make your dreams come true, it starts one game at a time, the old cliche. But the Big 12, year in and year out, so many different teams that can beat you, so many different teams that can put points up on the scoreboard. Got to start fast in Big 12 play.
Been really impressed watching this offense this year and how good they are on third down. The reason they're so efficient, they don't have penalties, they keep these third downs manageable, and they've got a special talent at running back that can find his way to the sticks.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Here's why this one's so much fun, guys. Early in the season, sort of a proving ground type of game for a couple of squads that believe they could win it all.
And we've heard so much in this offseason, right, about both of these teams and top 10 teams preseason. Now you get a chance to prove it. Like, now you get a chance to see who are the dudes on the squad. These are always fun early in the season, Jesse.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to find out what these teams are about because we've seen both teams beat up on weaker competition. We know they're both very talented, but let's see good against good and find out what they are.
They'll put the tight end in motion. From the gun, give on the inside. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop it.
Sometimes in your playbook, you have run plays that are called run-it runs. You leave the play on no matter what look the defense gives you. That time the defense was blitzing, but they just kept the play on. That is an attitude-type run that you can run into any kind of look, and it paid off for him.
Reads it, fires complete. Touchdown, Southern Cal! What a grab and go for the score. Lining up to add another. And the kick is good, but there's a penalty flag, and I think it's going to be roughing the kicker. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They're lining up to kick it off, and he ought to be able to knock this one anywhere he wants after that extra 15 yards with the roughing the kicker. They'll pull in the squib kick inside the 15. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. The run from the shotgun. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They feed him again. Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26.
Now, that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Now looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 26. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. And the defense knew exactly where that first down line was, and they stopped him short. Oh, a big decision here early as they leave the offense on the field in their own territory. They want to keep this opening drive alive. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down.
Yeah, I like it. I like the confidence of the coaches. When you're an offensive coach, you got to be aggressive nowadays. And going for it in your own territory, it used to be, no, you can't do that. Now, everybody's like, you know what? Analytically, that makes sense.
Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. Been showing them the run. Now they'll throw it. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Zone coverage that time, and the cornerback, a nice job with his eyes. He's watching the quarterback. He sees the ball thrown, so he knows exactly when to break on it. He's able to break it up for an incompletion.
Now on 2nd down after the incompletion. Touch pass on the run. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all right after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the right side.
These guys aren't human anymore. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. He's looking to throw it. Quickly to the tight end. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. second down here as they go back to work after the break. They'll run it from the gun. At the 35, he's loose. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. You'll hear it in the crowd a lot, yelling to the offensive coordinator, run the insert expletive ball. Well, I think the Tide might have found his next home run hitter to run the ball.
I mean, if this guy's going to have this much success, yeah, feed him the rock, give him the ball early in the game, setting the tone. Listen, we know how it works. You get first downs, if you run the ball like you have effectively early in the game, it opens up everything else, and the whole playbook becomes wide open.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. They'll try the left side. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown Tide. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. After that latest answer, tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. Here he comes with the return. He gets a block. He's on the loose. There he goes. Open it up. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Trojans. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. So that one will put his name in the record books. You can't have a longer return in college football. 100 yards for 6. They're lining up to kick it off, full of momentum after housing that last kickoff. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes that Alabama offense. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
USC.
After the misconnection, it's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm. What better way than converting on 3rd down? Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Leaves it with the back. this offense as they get it to the 32. Alabama pushing the tempo.
Well, there's the offense trying to take advantage of this running back speed. I like the call. Hand off to the left, to the outside. Put him in space and let him go to work.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
We're trying to run the ball on first down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
After losing yardage, it's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
They've already converted a 4th down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Incomplete, and the defense holds.
They decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. The give to the running back from the shotgun.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Quick touch pass to the receiver. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
The receivers telling the quarterback what they see. The play action fake. Throws to the tight end. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. The Trojans will send out the punt unit. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stops it. Tide offense rolls onto the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs, on 1st down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Now across the 50 and at the 48-yard line. They'll have it 1st and 10. He's going to pass. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. East Carolina is lighting up the scoreboard behind an offense that looks just about as good as we've ever seen in Greenville. They're up by 17 over the Sharks. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Handoff from the gun. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. He wants to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And you see those balls in practice sometimes. They're just off the mark. You don't know how to control it. You don't know what goes wrong, but sometimes QBs miss, and it's an incompletion.
And after the incompletion on first down, this offense looking at second down. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Whatever the fastest tempo they have is, that's what they'll use. Now on the option. He'll toss it. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. The give to the back. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
And the Trojans will line it up on 1st and 10. Power football with the run. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game, running the football.
They've got him looking run, but they're going to throw it. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that one.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. He couldn't get close to the marker, got 3 yards, but it'll be 4th and 3. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. No sign of the field goal team. They'll go for it on 4th and short from the 28. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Skips away from pressure. Fires and picked off. Takes it the other way. He'll go out of bounds, but he gets the ball back, takes it the other way, and he has created a great sudden change opportunity.
A big part about playing the quarterback position is turning the page, playing the next play, not letting bad plays beat you. And that's his first career interception in college football, so that's going to sting. But now you...
Oh, and he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
It's raining in this game. It's making the football slick and slippery. You know ball security is going to be a massive issue. Both coaching staffs have preached about that to their teams in the locker rooms before taking the field. And these guys really need to do a better job of holding on to the football.
from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. They'll run it from the gun. Running with power. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. The hurry up now, second down, caught kicking. Here comes the option. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. And I don't think they got it snapped before the play clock ran out. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. They started this drive with a big play, but now they need a conversion to keep it alive on third down. They'll run the option. Now the toss. And that might have been a bad read as the defense just swarms all over the pitch man. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'd love nothing better than to add a 3-ball here before the break. It's good. And guys actually feel good now they have the lead.
We love to see that, right? They put themselves in a position at the end of the half to take the lead. They put it on their kicker. He knocks it through the uprights. So nothing but good vibes for this team now with the lead heading in at halftime.
Yes, that's one way to ensure there's no return as the kickoff goes out of bounds. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Quick pass on the jet motion. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. That's going to wrap up the first half here. And now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
USC 17, Alabama.
The kickoff team out there and ready to go.
Number 18, set to kick this one.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes that Alabama offense. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. When the guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him, and guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go into the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Couldn't make the connection on first down. Now here on second. Quick pass on the fly motion. Breaks the tackle. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Alabama quickly back to the line. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. He's inside the 10. Hits the accelerator to the right. Touchdown, Bama! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short, and he did the rest of the work.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score coming on the touchdown pass from 55 yards out. He'll bring it back looking for help. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
The incompletion brings us to 2nd and 10. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And he's brought down after a nice gain. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Back to the air one more time. Lets it fly. Brings it down on the right side. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line.
It's a really nice job out there making the catch. I feel like fans are always expecting one of these Trojan receivers to be in the conversation to be the best in the country, right? Because of the success they've had in the past and certainly in more recent years. There's a lot of pressure to play that position now at the Coliseum and at USC. But this guy right here, he has been making his mark on this offense.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense, understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
The Trojans are in the hurry-up. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Hit as he throws. That ball never had a chance, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
And just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward. Let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job. Nice execution. First down.
He goes out of bounds after the big play, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Let's see what that one's about. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And the defense is going to have more plays like that. He has had a ball game so far, running wild all day long. Defense finally comes up with a stop. Maybe get a little momentum here.
Over 100 yards already in this game. So if I'm on defense here, I'm adding more guys to the box, anticipating that they're going to continue to give this guy touches today.
This offense has a second down play. Wide out in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Little touch pass to the receiver. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage.
That's a great job executing up front by the defense. They looked like they were ready for that play, and that was a bit of a more unconventional look from the offense on third down, but the defense was there to make a big stop.
The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Wants to bring it back. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down to the 24. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
And on second down for this offense. Hand off from the shotgun. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdowns. First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. Right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Give to the running back. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the third quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Alabama 21, USC 17.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously, the politically correct answer. But you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. To throw, it's Gibbs. On Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Good awareness by the defense. In this situation on the field, you know there's coordinators that like to try to take shots deep down the field and catch you napping, but the defense was ready for that one.
Ball's at the 24. A lot of confidence in their kicker from here, but they'd love to take it off of his foot and convert the first down. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on fourth down. Quarterback checking off. They're throwing for it on fourth down. And the pass is intercepted. Couldn't find much breathing room to return it, but the interception has this offense in business at the 27.
And that is a back-breaker. It's fourth down, though. Listen, you got to throw the football. You got to try to make a play, but the defense came up big in a big moment.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical.
Racing down the left side. At the 30. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Alabama! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David shows you his speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
Still on his feet. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed it.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right?
Oh, he wants it all. And a penalty flag comes in as that one falls incomplete, but this is going to be a positive play for the offense. Defense with pass interference coming. A costly penalty for this defense gives them a 1st and 10. Back to pass, it's Gibbs. Coming after him. Flyers downfield. Pulls it in. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. This offense always looking for those big, explosive plays, and now they've got it just inside the 30. He'll come out throwing on first down. He's got it. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
This is an offense that has skill. They've got speed, and because of that, this defense, they can't lull themselves to sleep. They've got a big lead here late, but they've now given up back-to-back big plays. They got to put the clamps down.
First and goal, and this feels like their chance to make a game of it. A designed run for the quarterback. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Trojans! They'll go for 2 here and try to climb within a field goal late. They'll run the option. Oh, no, the ball popped out. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Fair catch, called for and made. Here comes that Alabama offense. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at. Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, David. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate.
Oh, there's a loose football on the bad pitch. And they lose the ball out of bounds. Big loss of yardage on that one, but at least they've got another shot. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. He's looking downfield to throw. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And the punt team able to swing him to the ground. Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They put it in the end zone the last time they had it, and now an opportunity to really take control of this game.
You can feel the momentum shifting. And if they were able to take the football here, drive it down the field, and score again, David, they would have all of that momentum on their side.
And there's nothing about momentum that you can quantify. Like, I don't understand it, but once it gets going in one direction, a lot of times it's so hard to swing it back the other direction. The momentum is real, and they got it.
And he'll be brought down. Quarterback checking the play. Here on second and short. They'll leave it with him. Runs through the tackle.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Keeping it on the ground with the running back.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. The give to the tailback. Tackled, but he has a first down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
And the Trojans have their offense in high gear. Back to throw, it's Gibbs. On the run, fires downfield. Finds a man on the right. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, USC. They move on top here in the fourth.
And this offense really showing their physicality, running the football when it matters, in the fourth quarter, in crunch time, to take the lead in this football game.
They're going to go for two here and try to extend that lead to a field goal. Quarterback keeper. He'll be stopped short. Still a one-point game here in the fourth. They had hoped to push this edge out to a field goal, but they were denied. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense.
And he's running in the open. He's inside the 40. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field.
Well, there's a big run on offense, and guys, I don't think a defender even touched him anywhere near the line of scrimmage. That's how big that hole was.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to go right back to him on first down. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. They'll run it from the gun. Shakes off the tackle. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. This crowd knows when to bring it. Touch pass on the jet sweep. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. And here we go, down to score. They'll go for it on fourth down. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Got enough space. And not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job, nice play call by the offense.
This offense trying to quieten the crowd on first and goal, and they are not cooperating. They'll try to get it in with the run. Several defenders there to get him on the ground. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. So this is going to be rife with drama and overflowing with pressure on this field goal try. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. The cleats will be tested in this driving rain as he tries to kick to win the game. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. Footing is going to be an issue in the driving rain as he kicks to win the game. It's good. Easy call for the refs. That was a spontaneous combustion of a celebration of the sidelines, and wait to see what happens if they can hold on for a few more seconds. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. No more room to run. They make the tackle right there, and the clock is at 0, and that's how